Hey everyone, welcome back to another video where we explain the mechanics of the scenario types we're going to encounter in Interbellum, the Warhammer Online private upcoming server, and today we're going to have a look on explosive domination. But before we go into this, let me just say that I've just read that they're releasing a new type of scenario with new mechanics, something we haven't seen before in Age of Reckoning or Return of Reckoning, and they're mixing some other styles from other games. So stay tuned in the upcoming videos to see what that's going to be. But for today, we're going to have a look on explosive domination. Last week, we've looked at the domination scenario. Now, there's a few differences from that one, and this is why this one's called explosive domination. The core design is that kills will grant 5 scenario points. These scenarios have 2 primary flags that passively grant 8 scenario points per scenario tick. These flags are proximity flags, and as we explained last time, in order to capture a proximity flag, you have to stand nearby them and you contribute 5% capture per second up to a maximum of 20%. So we also give this example that is 3 order players, that is 15%, and 1 destruction player, that's 5% on the flag. So the tick is 10% towards order, 15 minus 5 from the enemy side that has the less people, then they gain 10% and 5%. And 0 for Destro because 15 minus 5 is minus 10, so you get the idea. Basically, the more people you have, the better, up to 4. If it's 4 people from each side, one of them has to die for the flag to start tilting towards one of the sides. Now, these scenarios will also have 1 secondary flag, which is going to be an interact flag. This flag on capture will grant 50 scenario points and cause an explosion around the 2 primary flags. And this is why this is called explosive domination. You capture the middle flag, a big explosion goes on the other 2 flags. Being proximity flags, that means they have to have people on them at all times to secure them. Now, the interaction with the middle flag is going to be 5 seconds interaction, as we've seen to all the flags that work this way. And in order to take them, you have to stay there 5 seconds. You can be interrupted if you're hit by an ability, regardless of pushback immunities. As always, players gain influence for flags that they have tagged and kills they assist with. You tag a flag by either being present when it was captured or by killing an enemy player near a known flag. And of course, we also have the 2 contingency designs, the dominated design. So if someone is winning by a lot, your faction owns all primary flags and has 150 more points, then the dominated design comes into play. And this results in points generated by flag ticks to go up by 500%. So the scenario will end quickly. And of course, kills generate 0 points. Now, for the other side, the comeback design, if your faction is losing and you have less than 150 points than the other faction, then your kills are increased by 300%, and the secondary flag no longer deals damage to allied players when captured. So if you capture a middle flag, you do a lot of damage to the other players, but not yourself, so give you a chance to fight back. For this type of scenario, the explosive domination, the scenarios, the maps that we are going to have to play with is High Pass Cemetery, which is going to be a 12 versus 12 scenario. The secondary flag is a new flag. So if you played Age of Reckoning, Return of Reckoning, there is no flag in the middle, but they added one in the center. There was the 2 altars, left and right, or west and east, whatever you like. So once you capture the flag in High Pass Cemetery, the explosion from this flag will generate, on the other 2 flags, the primary flags, 7,500 piercing damage, 7,500 impact damage, and 7,500 Igor damage to all players. This flag cannot be captured for 90 seconds after the beginning, so we have a minute and a half to organize, play with the primary flags, get sorted out. And of course, after you capture it, there's also another 90 seconds before you can capture the next one. So it doesn't spawn instantly for people to keep spamming that explosion. The second scenario we're going to have in this mechanic is going to be Kane's Embrace. This one already had an explosive mechanism when you capture the 2 flags. However, here there is a 3rd flag. And the way this is going to work, first of all, it's going to be a 12 versus 12 as well. The secondary flag is the Sword of Cain placed at the altar of Cain in between the 2 flags. The altar of Cain, if you remember, is a little bit to the right of order on the hill and to the left side of the spawn point of Destro up on the hill. It's exactly in the middle. Whenever a player picks up the Sword of Cain, it will deal the same as we've seen before: 7,500 elemental, 7,500 spiritual, and 705,000 corporeal damage. Correction, this is more spell damage. The other one had a bit more physical damage. So On High Path Cemetery, we have Piercing, Impact, and Equal Damage, which is a little bit more physical. And Cain's Embrace, we're going to have 7,500 more elemental, spiritual, and corporeal. So when it's spell damage, when it's that, possibly you might want different gear if you want to play this. The Sword of Cain cannot be captured for 90 seconds again, and after you capture it, it will have a cooldown of 90 seconds. The Sword of Cain will also grant its yielder 2,000 penetration, 2,000 sagacity, 150% life tap, and minus 50% healing received. Every 5 seconds, the sword grants 1 stack of enhanced strength and a stack of a debuff. This debuff deals 250 spiritual damage every 2 seconds per stack. So this is a little bit different when it comes to its mechanics. You still have the 2 primary flags. You still have the middle flag between High Path and Cain's Embrace. But Cain's Embrace feels a lot more fun and interactive because on High Path, you just capture the flag, it goes boom, you carry on, you get your points. But on Cain's Embrace, although you deal the damage on the 2 primary flags, the carrier also going to have more penetration, more sagacity, life tap. Shamans, Archmages, any class that uses life tap will be better equipped to capture that. Minus 50% healing received, and then the debuff, but you also get a hand strength, so maybe a melee, we'll see. But this is more fun and of course more organized to have the right person pick up the flag so you can utilize the penetration, the strength buffs, the critical damage, the life taps. So Cain's Embrace sounds a lot more fun than the current scenario and the other mechanics. So that's for the explosive domination, guys. Stay tuned. We're gonna have coming up soon another video with we have another 2 or 3 mechanics to explain, and then the brand new one that you haven't seen, we'll see. So don't forget, like, share, subscribe, help the channel grow, and I'll see you guys on the next video.